Welcome, everybody, to Graham Recreational Park at the foot of East River Mountain here on this windy day here for the home opener in softball here for the Lady Rams. Right now, starting off, we're just now getting a contest underway. Coming now. That's a strike, according to the umpire there. It's top of the first inning. Thank you all for coming out today, or if you are watching at home. And going for it was, again, 0-2. Strike. By the way, the batter up now is King from Tennessee Wesleyan. And strike 3. The batter is out. Top of the first inning, coming up next, McCullough. By the way, Tennessee Wesleyan in their traveling black double mitts with blue numerals and lettering. As that one goes, strike 1. Bluefield in their home standing white and blue jerseys with red lettering and numerals with red trim. As that one goes too low for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out on the board. It's top of the first, no score as of yet, and a bunt. Go foul. Brings a count to 1-2. By the way, Ethan Stinson, Jackson Bast on the call for you today. Tennessee Wesleyan coming in this contest, I believe 5-1 overall. And that one's a grounder out to third. Throws to first, and she's out by Kenzie Lambert-Horn. Good connection there. A 6-3 out for the books. Caroline Moore. Is that one transitioning to the left-handed box? That's ball 1. And attempting at it, strike 1. 1-1. And that one went outside for ball 2. It's 2-1, 2 outs on the board. And another swinging strike. Deuces are wild here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs on the board. Top of the first inning. Moore up to bat. And that's going to be a ball 3. Full count all the way around. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Popper all the way to the infield, and it's not caught. And that's called an error by the official scorer. So with that error, it's not a base hit. Moore makes to first. Henshaw now coming up to bat. And that one coming across for strike 1. We got a runner on first. It's top of the first inning. It's softball. Season opener. At home, rather. Wind is dying down here ever so slightly as that one pops up. And it's caught. So with that, a quick half inning as Henshaw got it caught by the second baseman. So after we come back, we'll have the bottom of the first inning here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Welcome back here to the foot of Easter Mountain here at Graham Recreational Park. The wind dying down on a pretty gorgeous start of your March. We thank you all for listening on the Rams Digital Sports Network. No scores as of yet. A quick top half of the first inning. Now up to bat is Hicks with Cheyenne Strong on the mound, as that's a strike while swinging. No balls, one strike. Once again, Cheyenne Strong having a pretty good season this year thus far. And that one flies on the inside and too low for ball one. Getting in stance. Strong clasps the ball. Brings it back, winds it, and it's chopped out, but it's out of bounds into foul territory, hitting the barn on the left-hand side. Brings a count to 1-2. No outs on the board, no score. It's early on in the bottom of the first inning. Bluefield is up to bat, and Hicks starting the lineup. And that one, again, is also chopped off foul. Count remains 1-2. Strong comes up, dishes, and yet another foul ball among the third base line. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. No outs. Bottom of the first, no score. Cheyenne Strong for the 1-2. And strike 3 while swinging. And with that, Claudia Santana, the center fielder, coming up in the left-handed batter's box. 1 out on the board, bottom of the first inning, no score. A righty-lefty matchup for Strong. And a chopped foul. Count is 0-1, 1 out on the board. It's the bottom of the first inning. Cheyenne Strong trying to get a rhythm here on this left-handed batter in Santana. No runners on. Here comes a 1-2. Check swing. Holds up. One out. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here comes the next one. And chopped out. Outfield. Throw into first. And a safe. Claudia Santana makes it on to first base. Christina Sanchez now coming up to bat for Bluefield. And I cannot say enough about Christina Sanchez. When I was on the call last year, Christina Sanchez had a slight injury, but hit a home run despite that and got 2 RBIs on it. So here she is back up. Bunt out. It's foul. No balls and 1 strike. 1 out on the board. No score. We got a woman on first in Santana. Sanchez gets in stance. Strong hooks it. And a strike clean down the middle, hitting the corner of the base, but in the middle of the vertical strike zone. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Here comes Cheyenne Strong again. And going back for the foul. Did not hit the roof, though, in our little makeshift press box up here. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out on the board. No score, bottom of the first inning. Got a woman on first. Santana is on first. Sanchez up to bat. And strike three while swinging. So with that, Sanchez, he gets struck out. Looked like Santana was getting ready to run, but it was a close call as she's still on first base. Macy Martin up now, the third baseman for Bluefield. Here comes a windup, strike while swinging.
You know, Ethan, there's got to be something to be said about this Tennessee Wesleyan pitching that you mentioned about prior to the broadcast.
Yes, this pitcher happens to have a very good ERA, over 100 innings pitched, so definitely an experienced pitcher and only an underclassman. And trying to steal a base, Santana gets on. No balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs on the board. Bottom of the first, Santana stole, going to second. Martin's in stance. And strike 3. 3 batters struck out in this one while swinging. So definitely it goes to show that her ERA is impeccably low because she really can strike him out at the plate.
And it's not something that you would see conventionally. She's really good about getting into those corners. Although she only had, what you said, about 1 down the middle, a lot of them are just on the outside corners of that strike zone, and she's hitting it every time.
Yeah, and I think it's really a piece of, tomfoolery when it comes to it because, it can fool your eye. It can definitely fool your eye, so that's why they're swinging at it. And I know we were talking even in baseball about, those corner plays and how close they are and how tempted one is to swing at the ball. And just like we were saying earlier, Tennessee Wesleyan, Strong is a bit north of 100 innings pitched. I think she's at 104 after pitching that last inning. But Davis, who is also another good pitcher for him, is almost there at 92. So they have pretty decent ERAs, both at below 3.5 on average. So not giving up the ghost too often. And just to also say that they come in today with a 4-game winning streak. The designated players now coming in for TWU as we get set back up here at the top of the second. Sherwood is coming up to bat. And now it's the top of the second inning coming underway. And it's inside for ball 1. Williams comes in for strike 1. One ball, 1 strike. No outs on the board. Top of the second, no score. And high fly ball, center field. Will Santana get under it? And nope. That's a base hit. And that's going to be a home run as they couldn't get to it. A home run on the books. Sherwood bringing herself home, 1 RBI on the day in the top of the second inning. A 1 RBI homer. 1 RBI homer for Sherwood. And Jeter now coming up. No relation to Derek Jeter, who just recently retired from the Miami Marlins.
Do we know that she's not?
Well, maybe. But as the count goes 1-0, top of the second inning, Tennessee Wesleyan now up 1-0. And foul.
Tennessee Wesleyan not only has a fantastic softball program, but has a class act of a team with their men's program who's ranked #1 in the AC and in the country.
That's A high fly ball over to left field. It's going to be a base hit. Getting on base was Jeter off of a single. After that base hit, Jeter on first. DeArmor coming up next for TWU. And that one's going to sail out for ball one. Williams class brings it forward, and a high fly ball up to the center field. And it's going to be a safe at second and a safe at first. Safe at second and safe at first. Once again, a single. Woman on first and second. It's 1-0 game. Tennessee Wesleyan. Ball's coming down, bunt coming forth. And it looks like that's going to be a sacrifice bunt. Sacrifice bunt for West. And now we have DeArmor on second, Jeter on third. We apologize for the wind. Here comes the next batter, and that's going to be ball one sailing on the outside. Parker is up to bat. 1 ball, no strikes, and 1 out on the board. Sails out again towards the right-handed box for ball two. Sailing out again, strike number 2. Sailing out again for ball 3. 3-1 the count, 1 out on the board. And here it comes again, ball 4. Take your base, as they say. So now the bases are loaded. On the base on balls, Parker.
Right fielder, Kelly King.
King is up next. Flipping the card over again, she's tasked with something big. If she brings a good one home, she could really score some points in this second inning. A righty-lefty matchup for Williams. Chopper out to third. Short comes in, but a run coming in home. Revolving doors all around. And a base hit. An RBI base hit brings in. I believe that brings in Jeter. Outside for ball 1. Bases are still loaded. They call that one a strike, rather. And that one's going to fly foul over to the barn. 2-1 the score. Excuse me.
I was more afraid he was going to hit that cop car over there for a sec. Oh, not
Yeah, the cop car. Bit nervous about that cop car over there. Just kidding. We really love the police department around here as that one flies for an out. And trying to come in for the score, but won't. And she will come in for the score. The ball couldn't come in time, as Sanchez was really, really looking for that ball, but a little bit of fast reaction brought another runner in home. It's now a 3-1 ball game. 3-0 ball game. Comes the next pitch. That one's going to be a second ball. Williams comes in. And a third ball. 3-0 the count. 2 outs on the board. 3-0 is your score. And that's a strike down the middle. 3 balls, 1 strike, and 2 outs. Top of the second inning. And that's ball 4. Take the base. That loads the bases back up. And I believe a mound visit is in store for Williams. Definitely, Jackson, something you don't like to hear as a pitcher, those mound visits.
Yeah, but, you know, as a very young pitcher, you got to assume that Coach Allen's going to try to let her figure out some of these situations. I mean, if they don't give her the opportunity, which all the coaches do at Bluefield, do a fantastic job of giving their pitchers the opportunity of getting them out of it, but I think she's on thin ice, and she's going to have to make some big plays here. But, you know, I watched her pitch against West Virginia Tech when they were up in, what's the capital of West Virginia?
Charleston.
Charleston. They were up in Charleston, and she pitched fantastically against West Virginia Tech.
As that one sails in for strike 1 for Henshaw as she comes up to bat. And that's high for ball 1. 1-1 the count, 2 outs on the board. 3-0 is your score. Tennessee Wesleyan in the lead in the top of the second. Bases are loaded. And a high fly ball skewing off to the left, not caught. And it looks like that's going to bring in 1, 2, 3 people home. 3 RBIs on the day for Henshaw as at present. Henshaw getting 3 RBIs. And we just got a runner on second now. It's coming up next, Sherwood. Here it comes. Inside, but still a strike. As it crossed a corner of the plate. 6-0 is your score now against Tennessee Wesleyan. That one going way too much inside to be a strike, so it's called a ball. 1-1 and 2 outs on the board. Top of the second, it's 6-0. Bluefield is trailing by 6, yet to score. They'll have the opportunity to do so in the bottom half of this inning. 2 outs on the board as it's 1-2 the count. One more strike could mean that Bluefield now gets their opportunity at bat. Here comes the next windup. That one's going to be low. So now, once again, Deuce is wild. 2-2-2 is your count. 6-0 is the score. High fly ball, skewed to the left, and it's caught. And it's caught by the usual suspect in Claudia Santana, the center fielder. So when we come back, we will have the bottom of the second inning here for you on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Welcome back as now we're going in the balls in, coming down mode as Kenzie Lambert Horn comes up to bat. Bottom of the second inning right here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Wind is already virtually just, blowing randomly. Cheyenne Strong back up on the circle. And from the edict on high, it's a ball. 6-0 is the score. It's the bottom of the second. Bluefield looking to get some scoring. Lambert Horn gets in stance. Strong. And here it comes, right field, and it's not caught. That's going to be a double for Kenzie Lambert Horn as that's ruled a base hit.
Now that's the way to start the bottom of the second, Ethan.
That is, and they're looking for some revenge as now there is Bailey's now coming up in the left-handed batter's box, a righty-lefty. As they switch out balls, Cheyenne Strong comes back onto the circle. Strong winds up, dishes, delivers, and it's too low for ball one. I have no idea what they're cheering down there, but definitely enthusiastic. Here comes the next pitch, and a strike. Swinging at it. 1 ball, 1 strike, and no outs on the board. 6-0 is your score. Bottom of the second, runner on second in Kenzie Lambert Horn. And that one goes 2 down, 2 low, 2-1. Strong really trying to find a rhythm now. Cheyenne Strong comes down. It's now a 3-1 count. 6-0 the score. Tennessee Wesleyan in the lead. It's the bottom of the second inning. Bluefield looking to answer back. Bailey at bat. Comes forward with it. And it is a strike. So the count is now full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Bottom of the second. 6-0 is the score for Tennessee Wesleyan. Here it comes, and knocked foul. On the hill over there, Jackson. On the little hill right next to us.
Luckily, that's where most of our visitors usually sit, but luckily nobody was over there right now. It's a 2 p.m. game on a Tuesday.
And it's going to be knocked to the left side of the field and caught. Lambert Horn stays on second, though. 1 out on the board. Brooke Rowe now coming up next for the Bluefield Rams. Her first appearance in today's contest. And that one's going to be at the ankle level, so definitely they call that one a strike. No balls, 1 strike, and 1 out on the board. Outside, ball 1. 1 out on the board. It's a 1-1 count. 6-0 the score. Tennessee Wesleyan is in the lead. Bluefield looking for some more runs. And a hits batsman on the foot. So on the hits batsman, we now have Rowe taking first base. Lambert Horn on second. Hannah Taylor is now going to be making her way into the batter's box. Runner on first and second. It's the bottom of the second inning, 6-0. is the score. Tennessee Wesleyan is leading. 1 out. Strong clasps, pivots, comes forward, and clean cut down main for strike 1. Here comes the next one, and that one's grounded out. And an out at first. Off the grounder, Taylor gets out before reaching first base, but not before Rowe comes to second and Lambert Horn coming over to third. Cox now coming up. And down the middle, strike 1. 2 outs. It's a 6-0 ball game in favor of Tennessee Wesleyan. It's the bottom of the second inning. It's an 0-1 count. 2 outs are on the board. And that's low for ball number 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Strong wipes it off and winds it up. And a swing and a miss for strike 2. Two outs, 1 ball, 2 strikes. 6-0 is your score. That one comes low. Yet it's also a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. My correction on that one. That one was actually a ball, so deuces are wild. But strike 3, and batters are out in Cox. So, with that, your score, 6-0, Tennessee Wesleyan leading. When we come back, we'll have top of the third inning action here for you on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Ball's in, coming down is my favorite saying, because now it's time to do the top of the third inning here at Graham Recreational Park. Here on this beautiful day, it is after, or almost 2:30. And now coming up to bat, we have Melissa Jeter to start off the top of the third. And that one hits the dirt for ball 1. And here it comes, going foul. 1 ball, 1 strike, and no outs. 6-0 ball game. Top of the third. Very early on in the third. As Jeter is up to bat. Here comes Williams for the 1-1. And it's foul. And it goes down into the woods. I got to say, here at the softball field, we can see at much greater depths where foul balls will oddly land. 1-2. And it goes foul all the way on the tin roof right there next to the concession stand. 6-0. Rams trail by 6. It's Tennessee Wesleyan's turn up to bat. Top of the third inning. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes, and no outs. Williams dishes. It's high and too close. Ball number 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Evens up the count. No runners on. 6-0 ball game. Grounder out to the outfield. Center fielder picks it up, but safe at first. A base hit with ease from Jeter.
Catcher, Hallie
DeArmond now coming up. Catcher for Tennessee Wesleyan. Right-handed batter's box. Here comes a dish, and it goes outside to the right, to the left-handed box for ball number 1. 1 out. It's a 6-0 game. Tennessee Wesleyan looking to widen the gap. Here comes the 1-0. And that one runs foul, bringing it up to a 1-1 count. Got a runner on first in Jeter. DeArmond looking to add to that. DeArmond gets into stance. Williams clasps the hands, brings it forward, and it's high. Ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike, and no outs. Top of the third, 6-0. Tennessee Wesleyan up to bat and in the lead. Williams dishes. Grounder, third base, throws to second on a fielder's choice, out. Looks like that's going to be a double play.
All around the horn, Ethan. That's absolutely fantastic.
All around the horn, as that one was I believe, now correct me if I'm wrong, but that is a 5-4-3. Yeah, a 5-4-3 double play. It's 2 outs on the board now. Coming up to bat. That's foul. And hits the dugout roof of the home team. No balls, 1 strike. West up to bat. And it's high fly ball, skew to the left. Look like that's going to be it's going to be a base hit. And a double. After the double from West, right down the middle for a strike. 0-1, 6-0 is your score. It's top of the third inning. Parker up to bat. Bunt, very into fair territory. Missed, and brings a runner home. What was going to turn into a sacrifice ends up bringing somebody home.
That's got to be pretty disheartening for the Rams. You know, those are some of the lack of communication that's going to end up plaguing any team in just about any sport.
And that brings West home and another mound visit to ensue. Will we have a different pitcher? We will find out. The score now after another RBI coming in. That is not an RBI, but still a run scored. 7-0 is the score now. Tennessee Wesleyan is up by 7 in the top of the third inning. As we about to come back, Parker will be up to bat up next.
Destiny Painter.
Here it comes. Bunt in the infield. Looking to be safe. Trying to throw to third. And that's also going to be safe. Parker's now at third. Flip over your card. We're starting back over. Or not quite yet. You got one batter left. As that one is an 0-1 count. That one's chopped. Foul. And my apologies to everybody. I mispronounced a name. It is not Parker. It is Painter. Painter. And with that, whoa! As that one goes foul for strike two. 2 outs on the board. Hit the peg right here of the fence that is our little backstop.
We appreciate it. The cameraman was very scared for both of us.
And caught! Caught by Martin for the 3rd out.
That was one of the cleanest catches I've ever seen.
One of the That was a cleaner. Listen, that one was cleaner than soapy water. All right?
What?
That one was cleaner than soapy water on a nice day. So, with that, we'll be back with the bottom of the 3rd inning here on the Rams Digital Sports Network with the score 7-0 in favor of Tennessee Wesleyan. Who are we starting off with? Hicks. Top of the lineup. Turn your cards over, and it's bottom of the 3rd inning here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. What a catch from Macy Martin to end the last half of the inning. Now, Bluefield's turn at bat. It's 7-0 Tennessee Wesleyan. Cheyenne Strong dishes, and it goes foul. Another one going on the hill. We do have some spectators on the top of the hill there. No balls, 1 strike to bottom of the 3rd. Nobody on. 7-0 is your score. Strong looks, winds, dishes. That one's going to be a ball down low, bringing it to 1-1. Comes the next pitch, and a strike. Breaking ball goes right in the middle.
Ethan, that was a beautiful pitch.
Wonderful.
Dropped right in the box.
Those are those types of pitches you like to see, and I think the wind is probably giving some advantage to that. And a popper into the infield, and it's caught. One out on the board on a very easy catch to the 3rd baseman in Mikola. Claudia Santana now up to bat, the center fielder. Here comes Strong, and it's high popper once again into the infield and caught.
Rams can just not get that sweet spot on the bat to get it out into the outfield. Those fly balls are just kissing the sky and dropping right on the edge of the infield.
Now with 2 batters retired straight, on the run after a couple poppers. Could have went a little bit more. It's 2 outs on the board. 7-0 is your score. Tennessee Wesleyan. Sanchez up to bat, the catcher from Bluefield. Here comes Strong, and a swing and a miss. But it probably got a piece of it as the ball goes foul tip. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, bottom of the third. The Tennessee Wesleyan Bulldogs lead by 7 runs. Rams looking to diminish the lead as much as they can. And that one's high, parallel to the forehead. Ball 1 and strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 2 outs after a couple poppers get caught by third and short, respectively. And that one clean down Maine for strike 2. 1 more strike, and that does it for the third. Sanchez gets back in the box, gets in stance, Strong, looks, comes up, throws, and it's going to go foul. Yeah, watch it, man. A guy had a duck over there. Ball went almost to his head. As Bailey Allen says, we don't need any of these foul balls.
No, I think she was trying to tell someone they need to go pick up the foul balls so the spectators don't have to come grab them for us.
I'm glad you have better hearing than I do with these headsets on. But yeah, reduce, reuse, and recycle the balls, right? All right, well, anyway, here we come. Hitting the dirt. Evens up the count. Deuce is wild. 2-2-2. It's a 7-0 ball game at the bottom of the third inning of play. 7-0. Tennessee Wesleyan. It's been all Tennessee Wesleyan these past 3 innings. And here comes the next pitch. Goes foul. This time across the third baseline.
Yeah, the Rams really struggled in that top of the second inning where they gave up 6 runs. Gotta be pretty disheartening.
Conversely, though, you had a few RBIs from TWU in the past couple of innings, which brings them up to 7-0. Bottom of the third, it's 2-2-2. And a popper could go foul, and it does, but it goes over our press box here. Count remains at 2-2 and 2 outs, 7-0 Tennessee Wesleyan. Sanchez still up to bat. 1 more strike will bring it to the 4th. And a high fly ball clean out of the center, and it's out! It's out! Sanchez comes home. We apologize to you all that are listening on headphones. Sanchez bringing herself home for 1 RBI on the day. Now we come up to the next batter in the lineup, Macy Martin. 7-1. Rams getting their first run. Macy Martin comes up. Strong. Swing and a miss. Strike number 1. 2 outs. 7-1 ball game after Sanchez, nice homer out of the park, center field. Here he comes. And a high flyer, popper, goes foul. No balls and 1 strike. 2 outs. No balls and 2 strikes, rather. 2 outs on the board. Cheering on Macy Martin as the 0-2 gets delivered. And it brings the count up to 1-2 after it went out. 1 ball and 2 strikes is your count. Two outs on the board. 1 more strike will do it. That one goes inside for ball 2. Evens it up. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. And that one getting a piece of it remains at 2-2 after a foul tip. Here comes a windup. Breaking ball goes foul.
Now, she's not just a fighter on the field. I saw some practice footage from a couple days ago, and she probably fouled about 8 pitches and eventually got the walk, so she's a fighter at the plate.
Definitely, Jackson, definitely a fiery player at the plate, as it still is a 2-2-2. And it is inside and low for ball 3. Full count all the way around. We have a 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Another ball will walk her to first. Another strike will end the 3rd inning. Definitely lots of possibilities here. Or she could do like Sanchez did and score another homer. Grounder out to 3rd. Throw to first, and it's an out. Well, that does it for the 4th inning where we only went through 4 batters. Your score is 7-1 in favor of Tennessee Wesleyan. We'll be back with the top of the 4th inning here in a minute here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Well, here we go with the top of the 4th inning here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. The score is 7-1 Tennessee Wesleyan. Bluefield getting their first run from Sanchez, RBIing herself home on an out-of-the-park hit, bringing it to 7-1. Rams now trail by 6, but Tennessee Wesleyan can't be underestimated. They've already scored 7 in the first 3 innings. Now we have Carolyn Moore, who's in the left-handed box. She comes forward with a strike. Williams still on the circle. And a swing and a miss. That's going to be strike 2 on the board. No outs. It's an 0-2 count. And that's one's going to be check swing. Holds up for it. 1 ball, 2 strikes, no outs. 7-1 is your score. Top of the 4th. Wind is picking up. That one sails out. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And that one foul tips out. Count remains at 2-2. It's a 7-1 game. Tennessee Wesleyan in the lead. And by the way, just like we were talking about during the break, Jackson, it turns out that head coach for Bluefield, Bailey Allen, actually was a player at one time at Tennessee Wesleyan, as that one flies foul over the fence.
She was, and that's where she met her husband and now assistant coach at the Bluefield men's baseball team, Coach Chris Allen, Coach CA.
Yeah, definitely a star player, getting all conference honors in the Appalachian Athletic Conference. It's a 2-2. That one flies foul. Well, no, it bounces in. But they do call it foul, even though it bounced into fair territory off the fence. It's 2-2, 7-1 is your score. TW up to bat. And that one's going to be a high fly ball into left field, but that one's going to be out, caught.
Quick grab from Hannah Taylor.
Hannah Taylor really on fire today. As it's one out on the board. Now Henshaw is up to bat in the top of the fourth. Nobody on base. Outside for ball one. One out. 7-1 ball game. Tennessee Wesleyan up to bat and in the lead. And a high fly ball, this time to right field and caught.
Haley Cox.
Cox.
That's her second out of the day.
Cox is really, these outfielders are really getting it today.
The outfield is probably one of the bigger strong suits of the Rams. Led by Claudia Santana, who's just been a veteran senior here. Great senior leader. 2 first years at Bluefield on right and left.
That one sails out for ball one. This could be a 3-up, 3-down situation for this half of the inning, as the Rams defense is seeming to amp up just on the little bit. And that one's clean down the middle, strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs after a couple of clean grabs from left and right field, respectively, in Taylor and Cox. We come, and that one's going to fly foul, and it's not going to be caught. Goes into the woods, just like that other ball down there.
Such an ominous-looking pit, Ethan. I just see 2 tires.
Yeah.
There, like, golly.
Well, hey,
Looks like what is it? The Beyond the Pride Lands in Lion King.
Yes, where Scar happens to be. Lion King references and everything here at Graham Recreational Park with a score 7-1. Tennessee Wesleyan. Grounder going into the outfield. Left field. Tries to throw it in, but stays safe. It's a base hit.
A lot of heat on that hit.
Lots of heat.
From Sherwood.
Yeah, Sherwood definitely getting a base hit. She also had a 1 RBI homer in the first inning. Coming up next now after the single, we have Jeter. Melissa Jeter coming in. It's 2 outs on the board, 7-1 ball game. Seven to 1. As that one goes low. Ball one. It's 1-0. 2 outs on the board. Here comes the 1-0 from Williams. And a hike. One, 2 outs. I'm sorry, I used to be an umpire myself So that kind of comes out in me. As that one sails down into limbo. We're just going to call that place limbo down there. That's the third ball that we see in limbo now. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 7-1 is your score. High in the corner, ball 2.
That's not as bad as what I like to call the abyss, which is we go play at the East River Soccer Complex, and any ball that goes way off a cliff, that's gone forever.
As that one will bring the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. It's full count, big time. And a high fly ball, left field. Is it going to go out? And it does. And that's a 2 RBI homer on the day for Jeter. 2 RBIs brings the score now 9-1.
It looks like they're going to be bringing in another pitcher in Taylor Nunn.
Looks like Taylor Nunn's going to be relieving the duties for Williams. So relief pitcher coming in now in Nunn. Nunn is noticeably a very fast-paced pitcher. Definitely something that Tennessee Wesley needs to watch out for. It's a 9-1 ball game.
And I think we're going to take a short break while the pitcher warms up here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. What do you think, Ethan?
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. We'll be back. Blankenship coming in for Cox at right field. And we have a change in pitching personnel as well as Taylor Nunn comes in for Bluefield. It is bottom of the 4th inning after a couple more scores from Tennessee Wesley, and now brings it a 9-1 ball game. Still top of the 4th, rather. 2 outs on the board, 9-1. Blankenship is at right field now, and Taylor Nunn is now in to relieve the duties today. As that one clean cuts in the middle for strike 1. And another one from Nunn, too high for ball 1. As we have said before, Nunn speeds up the ball ever so slightly, which really, you don't know what's coming next. So 1-1, 2 outs. It's a 9-1 ball game. And that one flies foul. Right into the dugout area, too, for Bluefield.
You know, cameraman keeps speaking jokes that a foul ball he's trying to grab for it. I'm honestly going to be a little scared if he ends up trying to catch a foul ball.
Yeah.
Because that means that there's something came through the fence.
Yeah, if something comes through the fence, it's going to smack me in the face like it did once before.
No, it didn't touch him, man. I got pretty close. Probably about 2 inches from your face. We were at Bowen Field.
I get PTSD from that, man. As that one comes in, ball 2, strike 2, and 2 outs. Deuces are wild here. at Graham Rec. Top of the fourth. Nunn brings it forward. And that one flies foul.
And that was towing the line, and it just wanted to go out at the very end. Could have been bad news, Bluefield.
Count remains at 2-2 and 2 outs. 9-1 is your score. Top of the fourth. And on the ground in the dirt. Ball 3 brings a count full. 3-2, 2 outs. They're saying base hit or ball 4, we don't care, just, do it. But that one's foul.
Yeah, that's the thing I really do appreciate about softball is the more camaraderie that I see from them. Obviously, the guys are hooting and hollering, but I don't know, I'm one for the chants. Used to do them back when we were both in Little League, right, Ethan?
Yeah, Little League, when my sister was in Little League, they always did those little chants like, good eye, good eye. Whenever they would, not swing at a ball or something. It was a close call. And that one's caught by Nunn. That one just went right into Nunn's hand. It was just wham on a line drive. So when we come back, we'll get bottom of the fourth here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Bottom of the fourth inning is getting ready to ensue as Cheyenne Strong remains at the circle at this point after some impeccable gameplay today. 9-1 is your score. Leading by 8 is Tennessee Wesleyan as Kenzie Lambert Horn comes up for the Rams.
Picking wildflowers.
Wildflowers.
Picking wildflowers.
Yay.
It's a great walkout song.
Here comes Strong's pitch. And that one hit the backstop. A little bit of a flinching here up here in the booth. Made us jump.
No, that's sorry. That was just me shivering in perfect timing. Totally wasn't scared of the ball.
No balls, 1 strike, no outs. Very early on in the bottom of the fourth. 9-1 Tennessee Wesleyan, but Bluefield's up to bat. And Kenzie Lambert Horn is up to bat. High fly ball, center field. Is it going to be caught? And it is caught. Very good one caught by Painter for Tennessee Wesleyan.
Second baseman Lauren Bailey.
Lauren Bailey transitioning over to the left-handed batter's box as she gets into stance umpire. Gets in squatting position, and here we go. Coming forward for ball. 9-1, 1-0 is your count. 9-1 the score. Tennessee Wesleyan is in the lead. 1 out on the board. And a popper grounder over to first base, and it's out. 2 outs now on the board.
Designated player Brooke
2 outs on the board. Brooke Rowe now coming in. And that one flies foul to the upper nets. Yeah, they did just put that up today, so
The 2 banners for the Graham G-Men and the Bluefield University Rams.
I actually graduated from Graham High School. As that one comes to the backstop for foul ball number 2. It's an 0-2 count. Brooke Rowe up to bat, the designated player for Bluefield University. I believe Graham softball also plays here, which is why they have the 2 banners to our right. And they're getting ready to sneeze the ball out. And it's high flyer going to the right part of the field, and it's caught for the out. 3 up and 3 down as we come to the top of the 5th inning here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Your score 9-1. Here we go with the top of the 5th inning here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. 9-1 is the score as West comes up to bat. Nunn brings it in the dirt. Ball 1. Top of the 5th. Very early on in the 5th. 60 degrees out here. A little windy.
Little windy.
As that one goes down in the dirt again for ball number 2. The count. Nunn with the windup again. That one is now going to be ball 3. Nunn could get her first base on balls the day, which wouldn't be good for the Rams, considering they're down by 8 runs, and it's the 5th inning. As that one now comes down Broadway for strike 1. 3 balls, 1 strike. As now Sanchez goes up to confer. With Nunn. 3-1 is your count. No outs. Very early in the 5th inning. 9-1 is a score. Tennessee Wesleyan is in the lead, and they are at bat. Three balls, 1 strike, and a base on balls after Nunn gets it on outside. Base on balls for West. Now West occupies first. Coming up next, Painter. Destiny Painter coming up to bat. In the left-handed box, batter's box. I tried to say batter and box at the same time. So that one goes out. Ball one. 1-0 is the count. Got a runner on first. 9-1 your score, top of the fifth. Here's the 1-0. And it's out. 2 balls, no strikes. Taylor Nunn trying to find a rhythm with a left-handed batter here. Here it comes. And that one's going to be high for ball 3. Taylor Nunn coming in for the 3-0. And that one, the second base on balls in a row that Nunn has given up. Second base on balls in a row. Scores 9-1. An occupant on first and second off a couple walks. Turn your cards over because now we've got.
They're putting someone in for King.
King is going to have a pinch hitter.
In Courtney Sneed, the freshman outside fielder from Soddy Daisy, Tennessee, which is just outside of Chattanooga.
And also Athens,
Right.
Tennessee is a little bit outside of Chattanooga as well, so not too far away. Soddy Daisy in Athens, Tennessee, and also where they hail from, Athens is all within a bit of a commuting distance from Chattanooga. Seated to bat. And that one's going to be outside for ball 1. Could this be 3 walks in a row? We don't know. Because this is another righty-lefty matchup for Nunn. Coming forward for a strike. Breaking the rhythm a little bit. It's 1 ball, 1 strike, and no outs on the board. Comes the next bat. Grounder. Pitcher goes to first, and it's an out. A nice 1-3 in the books. As King is out at first. McCullough coming up next. Or excuse me, Meade was out at first. We could be changing the lineup again. Sneed.
This is, who is this? What number is that, Ethan?
That's number 21.
Mackenzie Baldwin, the freshman infielder from Limestone, Tennessee.
Baldwin is now coming up to bat.
I can't tell you where Limestone is. I
Me
know there's a
neither.
Limestone University in South Carolina, but
Yeah, me too. But, as they're changing the lineups, forgive us. As now it's a 1 out. 9-1 is your score. Tennessee Wesleyan in the lead. Runner on runner on second and third, rather. No balls, 1 strike. Popper out to the outfield. And another one comes in. Number 1 for Tennessee Wesleyan coming in Allie West. Brings the game to 10-1. Now in the double digits for Tennessee Wesleyan. Rams need to come back and score in order for the game not to be over at the next half of the inning. And a high ball. 1-0. Here's your count. 1 out on the board. 10-1 Tennessee Wesleyan, and they are up to bat. Runner at first and a runner at third. Gets out of the way of that one for ball 2. I know it's not basketball, but they're not saying D up, are they?
no.
Again, my hearing is bad at these headphones. 2 balls, no strikes. It goes foul. Two balls, 1 strike, 1 out on the board. Comes the next one. And a bunt goes foul.
Rams in a position to get that second out.
In very much positioning as there is 2-2 and 1 out on the board. Nunn dusts it off, winds it up, brings it in. That's going to be 3-2 and 1 out after it went outside. Full count. And a grounder. Second, throws to first, and that's an out. But it still brings a runner home. And now with 2 outs on the board, another run in scores. I believe it might have been a sacrifice hit. Was not a sacrifice hit. All right.
Now, but it was pretty close. The tie could have gone to the runner there, but luckily in favor of the Rams, as that one was low for ball one.
Yeah, ball one. 1-0 and 2 outs on the board. Tennessee Wesleyan leads by 10 runs. It's the top of the 5th inning. High ball. 2-0 is your count. 2 outs on the board. 11-1 Tennessee Wesleyan. And a strike down the middle. 2 balls, 1 strike. 2 outs on the board. 11-1. Runner on second. Inside, ball 3. (3-1), 2 outs. 11-1. Rams trail by 10. And it goes foul. So with that, brings up a big-time full count. 3-2, 2 outs. 1 more strike brings us to the bottom of the 5th. The Rams will have their last chance to get within 8 runs, or else the game ends. Here we go. Popper going to the left, and it's caught. After left fielder catches it, this will go to the bottom of the 5th inning here on the Rams Digital Sports Network, where your score 11-1 Tennessee Wesleyan. We'll be back in just a moment. More changes in the defensive personnel for Tennessee Wesleyan as Ballou comes in now as the catcher. Heading up the top of the, or excuse me, not the top, the bottom of the 5th inning. Rams are looking at having to get it within a few runs.
Need 3 runs to prevent the mercy rule from happening.
Preventing mercy rule is the priority here in the bottom of the 5th. Here we go. Inside, ball 1. Taylor is up to bat as that one is high. Ball 2. Taylor had some good plays this afternoon on the defense as she's caught a couple in the air.
I believe that was her second out of the day.
2-0. Here comes Strong. And down the middle for strike. 2-1. No outs. 11-1 is your score. Tennessee Wesleyan up by 10. You need to be within 7 before the mercy rule applies. That one's going to be a 3-1 after that went a little outside of the strike zone.
Beck's doing a great job of framing herself up to get those balls.
Strong. And that one's going to pop out to the outfield and a base hit. Taylor now comes in to first. Coming up next, Cox. And that one goes low for ball one, about to bunt, but she brought it back to sort of recant that decision. 1 ball, no strikes, and no outs. 11-1, Tennessee Wesleyan. And that time it was a strike, didn't bring it back at just in time. 1-1. Here's the next pitch. Bunt, foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes, no outs. Bottom of the 5th inning. It's the Rams' last-ditch effort to not mercy rule this contest. Comes the next one. Bunt. And that one's going to be a sacrifice bunt on the day for Cox, as that brings Taylor to second. Williams. Oh, excuse me. Chloe Hicks, bring your cards back up. And that one's knocked foul to the third base line and to the hill. 1 out, and it's no balls, 1 strike.
Big power hitter for the Rams. You know, if she could kind of make those crooked swings go forward, it could end up in some trouble for Tennessee Wesleyan.
Here comes a windup. Grounder going out to the outfield. And does a run come in? Yes, it does. RBI on the day for Hicks. An RBI single, that is.
I like to say that it was because of me, because I just called it, but
you know, if y'all have if this is your first time listening, you know, Jackson and I have had a very big history with predicting plays right before they happen. And it's just, you know, it's always been our sheer luck. As now it's an 11-2 game, Rams within 9. Coming up next, Santana, the center fielder. Bunt, here we go. And it goes almost a double play, but out at first, safe at second. Going to turn into a double play, another sacrifice. Two outs on the board, 11-2. Sanchez tasked with something big here. 2 outs on the board, 3 strikes, and the game is over. Here comes one. And that one's caught for the 3rd out by the third baseman, and that is the game. They are mercy ruling the contest because the Tennessee Wesleyan University Bulldogs win by 9 runs. So after 5 innings, your final score, 11-2. Tennessee Wesleyan taking the win in this first game of the doubleheader. And We'll be back with game number 2 momentarily with Jackson Bass on the call for that one here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Again, final score 11-2. Take it easy, Rams fans.